I saw the Wonder Woman movie last night and I loved it. So, what could be more perfect than the next day to review the Wonder Woman Barbie Collector Black Label doll? Super excited. Let's take a closer look at the box. So, a closer look at the box, you can see the Wonder Woman insignia from the film. It's a Barbie Collector Black Label doll. She's got some pretty impressive costuming. On the back of the box is a photo of Gal Gadot playing Wonder Woman, and then a little bit about the character. Here's something weird. It says she's from the hidden home Paradise Island, but in the film they call it Themyscira. That's really strange. I remember they called it Paradise Island in the 1970s Wonder Woman series with Linda Carter. But Themyscira is what it's called in, I don't know if it's all the comic book series, but definitely in her origin story that I'm familiar with, they call it Themyscira, and they call it Themyscira in the movie. So, little strange that they call it Paradise Island on the box. Regardless, let's get her out of the box. So here she is out of the box, and we have our Wonder Woman doll. She comes with this sword, which is pretty cool looking. I think it's really detailed. I really like the sword. Neat. She also comes with this shield, which is also, I think, very awesome looking. Both are made out of plastic. I like how both the shield and the sword are detailed on both sides. This is really cool. She also comes with a doll stand and a certificate of authenticity. Let's take a closer look at the doll. So first thing you notice is that she is wearing the black cape that she's seen wearing in the film. It's some really cool detail on it. They've got this fur trim, and there is a button clasp holding it on, which is neat. The fabric, I don't know how to describe the fabric other than I have felt it before, used to make capes and tunics and stuff on other action figures. I just don't know what kind of material it is, but I've definitely felt this texture before. When you take the cape off, which is very easy to do, you can see that she is wearing her uniform as seen in the film that looks very much like armor. Her bodice looks like armor. It looks like it's supposed to be metal or something. Obviously it's plastic. And then her skirt looks like it's made out of leather. Very kind of gladiator, ancient Rome inspired. Her boots kind of look like an amalgamation of like gladiator sandals mixed with armor you would see like a knight wearing in medieval times. And again, this is what it looks like in the film. She has this leather strap configuration, which holds her Lasso of Truth. I really like the Lasso of Truth. It is a gold metallic feeling cord. So very realistic looking. I love this detail. She's wearing her silver gauntlets. And just like in the film, she has this painted on leather detail that's wrapped around her hands. She's wearing her gold headband. I don't know what else to call it. It's kind of like a crown. And it's actually attached with string that's sewn into her scalp, I think. I don't think it's sewn into her hair to hold it in place, which is good because it's much more subtle than like a plastic tag sticking out of her head. And it goes, the crown or headband, whatever, wraps around her head to about here. And she has also her gold armband. And all in all, like, really cool detail on the doll. I should point out, I'll just slip this leather strap thing off. It comes off very easily when she's not wearing the cape. None of this seems to be able to come off. Like, there's no obvious way to attach it. It seems that this is separate like this wasn't molded onto her body, but that it is secured to her body. The leather, again, is a separate piece. And you can see she's wearing like leather underwear underneath. But there's no way to really take this off. There isn't like a Velcro or a snap or anything. It's like sewn onto her. Again, these are like a separate piece, but I don't see an easy way to take these off. I guess you could really like somehow do it if you're willing to potentially mess up the doll, but I'm not. I don't think the hands, I think the hands might come off, but I would be afraid I would break it to get the gauntlets off. They are a separate piece. They do flip around. I really like this detail on the gauntlet where you can see the faux straps as if this is how the gauntlet is secured to her arm. The only thing that I don't like is her hair. Her hair has a lot of product in it to give it this kind of curl thing going on here, which I don't like and I don't think is necessary. I'll probably try to wet that to get it tamed a little. I don't like this perfect little curl in the front. But otherwise, her hair is really soft in the back. And her face, let's take a look at her face. Definitely resembles, I think, Gal Gadot. It's not bad at all. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. She's very light makeup, just like a hint. A little bit of blush. Pretty brown eyes, just kind of a nice natural look. In regards to articulation, she can move at her neck, side to side and up and down. She can move at her shoulder and her elbow. Her wrist can turn. She can move at her hip and her knee. If you notice her hands, her one hand is forming a permanent fist, and her other is a grip for the sword. This is her on the stand, which attaches to her thigh, basically, which is good because it doesn't interfere with how the cape would hang if you want to stand her with the cape, and it's easier to position her arms in kind of an action pose. So the stand is pretty subtle. It can be really well hidden if you put the cape back on. So here I have her posed with her sword and shield. Looks pretty cool. I really like this doll. I think she's a good collectible option if you really are into Wonder Woman or if you really like the film.